Welcome to the stream. Hello, pseudo-algorithmic. I will just continue. Okay, we need these blue arrows pointing in one direction. This train didn't bring anything yet. I don't know if I can increase the amount of trains on one rail line. It would be a shame if I couldn't. One locomotive. I don't know if the only way to make more of those would be to add more wagons. So there are those loopings. Right now they are not doing anything because the... Okay, there it is doing something, but I rerouted the train this way. Because going around all the time would take a lot more time than just going the more direct way. You can see there is a train going back. It's always going back on the lower side of the rail. And it's then jumping below the other track. Not sure where exactly I can configure this to go the other way. I think there is the rail routing, but I don't really want to set it differently right now. It would take ages for a train to go through there. But this is also funny, and this is not really decreasing the time or increasing the time much compared to the loopings. Now I want to look for this part or build this part. I'm not sure whether I found it anywhere. I'm also not sure whether I searched for this specific shape. So there's the same shape but with quarter circles instead of quarter, I don't know, circle outsides. Would be nice to have this exact shape somewhere. But I could also just try cutting the shape that I have. And then I sometimes lose track of where my home is, but I can always go back with a certain hotkey. Would be nice if there was a map search for certain shapes. Now I want to follow where this train goes. I guess right there, and there I get these full emeralds. I guess emerald shape is also correct. And I think I went here to get the red color, potentially. This is a coloring area, basically taking the uncolored shapes and blue color and coloring these parts. Maybe I could then also add another wagon to this train, and then it can carry different shapes. Maybe I will do the processing of these parts somewhere around here. I will take a 2x2 space shape. And this will now only be for making the shape, and then later I will do the coloring. I'm not entirely certain how I want to do this. I have an idea how to do this potentially. So I don't know if one stream would be good enough to fill all of them. Buildings per full belt. I'm not sure if this is the output or the input. Would be nice if they wrote that there. It's been a while since I have played this, so I already forgot some of the controls. Okay, now I can look at the cutting again and then the swapper. So maybe I need to rotate all of them. What would happen if I did that? And now the swapper. This will create the correct shapes, but one of them is rotated towards the other. So I will rotate one of them again. I want to make this shape exactly with the direction, and since I'm looking north at the moment, it should be correct if this shape is shown here. Let's just rotate this. The direction doesn't matter because I guess rotating it 90 degrees left or right would be the same result. Now I can just copy this. And that's basically the shape that I need. And now I will just cut the whole thing. Control X. I will delete this, because I only need a small foundation. I will just use a small foundation. Okay, and this will then, either with a belt or with a train, I guess rather with a belt for now, go to a place where I can color this. I wonder if I took the whole thing and rotated it, how much would be in the way? So this would almost work. I just need to change some directions probably. And yeah, this tank needs to be in a slightly different spot. But other than that, I might be able to fit this in. Maybe even like this. Not exactly sure where everything needs to go. I guess I will do the place anyway. And now I only need to disconnect some things here and maybe build them slightly differently. And this will basically color those shapes in red. Now I only need to get the red color in and the shapes as well. This might take a while to get them there. Anyway, I need to place these things in a different spot. Hello, Bommerlin. Still not really sure about the controls. Pipes are always a bit difficult. And now I need to have 2 layers of pipes. So this will go up. Basically connect on 2 levels. And this then will be red color eventually if I connect this. Just need to copy the color. But I'm also not sure why exactly I brought this here. Maybe one of these is actually red color. And then I could question why I did this. Why I have red color everywhere, but I built the train that collects 3 different colors. So red is the first behind the station, so the front wagon will have red color, which it does. Have a good lurky, and I will have fun with this game, hopefully. Copy, paste. Why did this not work? Why can't I just copy this? This is weird. I guess then I will just do this manually. Now I need to not rotate, but mirror. Maybe? No. Need the unloader. And then I need to mirror again. And this should be the correct rotation. Now I want the fluid. Or is it the platform? I guess it's the platform space pipe stuff. And then red color should actually arrive there. This is red color. Getting into the station. And then it's getting spat out onto these pipes that are actually looking like belts. And now I only need to provide the shapes. It's nice how there's a really red, big red blob being visible there. And I still hope that nothing is accidentally connected. So I basically managed to get this thing almost twice in the same area. I just had to readjust where the tanks are going and where the fluid connections are. But potentially I could also rebuild this in a way that it is stampable multiple times in such an area. Now I just need to get this shape over here. Need the space belt. Oops. I guess this is almost going too far, but I don't really want to get through this mining area. Maybe I could just get around like that. And I can just go over that, I suppose. Is this where I need to get in? I think so. And now I'm thinking I might also try to get onto the... Well, maybe not. I can't get onto the second level of this because there's already these blue shapes. Maybe I need to adjust where they go. And then adjust where I'm taking things from. So this is the hub with the vortex. And there are 2 different layers with 4 belts each. I guess this is totally agnostic towards what comes in where. And also, as long as they are only the final outputs and I don't need to do anything with them here, I can just leave them going there. But I still want to have it a bit cleaner. So I might just try to make these things go all on the bottom level and then the other things all on the top level. maybe I still need to adjust a few things here. And there these shapes arrive. Let's just disconnect this and that. And delete this whole thing, and then this will raise up here. So it doesn't block the upper layer in this area. Delete. I guess I will delete this as well. This might get complicated, but I think I can do this anyway. Lower and go to that side. Okay, I see an issue. And the issue is that there are 5 spaces that I would need to skip or jump. And I can't do that. But I see an easier solution. Let's just do the easier solution then. I guess this would work, and now I just need the launchers. And now I want to see whether this would be skipping through each other. I don't think so. So now I have the blue shapes going on one layer, and the other shapes will go onto the other layer. I wonder if there's a reason that the lower end doesn't work. Oh, this isn't connected anymore. Oops, what did I just do? This was not supposed to happen. I guess the pipe totally disconnected when I hit the blueprint. And now I want to make sure that this actually works. Okay, apparently these tanks are directional. So I just need to build these tanks again, but with the other direction. And now the red color is thrown. And also now I will disconnect this. And then I will somewhere build some launchers. Possibly right there. I don't have more of these shapes yet, but I guess it would be good to have more of them. Didn't I mine any of those? Or did I just not output any of those? Guess I should also look north always, if I can. They are not going anywhere, but I guess I could just make a second layer of these. Copy, go up, And then just connect this. And now I need to send the outputs to the correct place. Down and that way. So now I have 2 layers doing the same thing. Eventually I could also buy the 3rd layer. I don't know how complicated that would get. But at least now I have a full space belt with these shapes. And eventually they will then also arrive here. So it's good that I prepared this already. And these shapes will now go to arrive on the 2nd layer here. It is weird that the game allows this, but anyway, I will do this. Now I need to connect these things. And of course you now see some of these red parts mixed with the blue, but I think in the train they should all arrive on separate layers, except right now these blue shapes are still there. I don't know how long they will stay there. Maybe this will stay as empty as it is, just a sliver of blue. I think the color might also just be the same, and now it changed to red. I hope it stays that way. And apparently I now need to send not these shapes anymore. So maybe this, what I just did, is now utterly useless. Basically I need to use these shapes and put them on top of these ones. I'm not sure if I can easily do that. What I might do is send or build a platform here and do something on that platform. That will not do anything to the red milestone part, but only add this thing on top of the blue one. I guess if necessary I could also mine more of them. But it seems like they are not totally utilized at the moment. Let's just look at the milestones. So eventually I need to color the same shapes green. And eventually I then need to put these 2 shapes together. The blue-white and the red-green. But I also want to look at this operator thing. I wonder whether I have to claim this before it counts further. I don't think so. I think it will always count further. And I think it still increases, but I just don't see it. Yes, now I saw. Because it's it increases in the hundreds. let's look at these tasks. There is still this one task that I didn't do yet. Maybe at some point I will do anything or something like this. I didn't do the full green emerald yet. There's probably a place where I did those, I just forgot where they are. And also these shapes want to go to the hub without being colored. Maybe I should also do something about that. And the full blue circles, full green circles, there's a bunch of stuff that I might need to send to the hub. And I think I could try to send more red stuff through here. I just need to build something differently. Maybe a fluid launcher on another level. And I will just take from some of those pipes. Go up. This should allow for more throughput if this actually got connected. And then I actually need to connect this as well. I wish I could just remove this connection without actually destroying the part. It's difficult. Anyway, I guess I will just work on doing this properly. I don't want to do it half-baked or something. So I might remove these two space belts and then build a huge foundation. And then just build one belt or a bunch of belts, completely ignoring everything else, just going through. This is basically the red parts. And then I want to take... Well, I would like to take from here, but this is totally just a tunnel. So my solution for this is to just basically copy this whole thing. Platform units 10. I still have enough platform units to just copy this. And then I will just build a space belt tunnel. This should just work out of the box. And now I want to combine the blue parts with the uncolored parts that I just mined. I need a stacker, or maybe 6 of them. I think 6 is still the number to go for. And the blue needs to be at the bottom. Now the problem is that I need to hide something. Can I hide the second layer? I think there was, yes. V. Need to press V if I want to hide the other layer. Okay, this is how this goes. And I might still want to move this eventually, maybe just like there. I might also want to throw these parts instead of just sending them normally. Still not entirely sure how to do this. This is just temporary. Okay, then I will build a launcher. This is where this will go. And now I need to basically place them there. Copy, rotate, paste. Connect all of those. And then I should be able to get some of the uncolored parts here. I think it can be really nice just to hide the other floor, so I'm not distracted by not being able to see much. And now I just want to copy the whole thing. Maybe not yet, I still need to send the output. I guess now I can copy this. And this will basically be just a tiny bit offset. And apparently I didn't copy the upper parts. Maybe because they were hidden? Which is a shame. But I guess I can still just do that manually. And now I want to hide this again so I can see what I'm doing here. And now I will just send these parts to the train. I wonder if there's any bottleneck or if this just goes all fine. This is still not very full. I wonder if I can do anything about that. Maybe it is just fully utilized and it doesn't have any time to save fluids. I wonder what this colored part is about. This is my operator level. Good to know. It's been some time since I bought any upgrades. Don't know what I would like to buy if I needed to decide. Wires would be interesting. I guess this is about, yeah, filtering stuff. Checking what goes through and what not. Not sure if I need those. Okay, I think both of these parts should now get sent. And now I might work on these parts getting colored green. And what I will then do is basically build a tunnel here instead. I think one tunnel should be good enough. Let's just look for that tunnel. And then I'm a bit bad at controlling the game. So now this is going lower, so I can have another input here. And that input might be these same things colored in green. I'm not sure whether I would fit the same process again here. So I might just copy this whole platform and then just send the outputs somewhere else. And I think they should all be on the same layer, just so that doesn't irritate me. But now I almost think I would like to have a train here instead. Because the alternative now would be to build another another belt, or to send things on the second layer of this. And both are not the best options. But for now I would go with the lazy option of just building another space platform, tiny, and send these things through here, get them one layer up and then connect there. I think this should work. I might just try this out just to check if this works. This is difficult. Okay, this actually works. And then I shall send the same parts on the second layer through there. I'll just build this once. And then I will copy the whole thing. Now I should get the same part twice as much. And what I then can do is try to split this up somewhere. Like there, for instance. And of course these other parts will also go this way, but they can't go in here because there is no receiving, whatever it's called, catcher, I guess. There's no catcher that can receive these parts here, so they will go there, but eventually stick and not go any further. Hello, Morb.
Morbid fancy.
I now need to get green stuff out of here. The game is shaping up nicely. I did almost copy this whole blue coloring thing and just rotated it to the right to make it also fit onto that platform. Just needed to adjust a few things. That was quite interesting. And now I want to make these shapes green, because one of the next milestones is this shape plus the same shape rotated but in green. I think this game is much more advanced also in how I can actually make use of the game mechanics. Just one thing I don't like is that these launchers are always a fixed distance, so I can't have a smaller distance if I wanted it to. But it's of course funny that you can have launchers on multiple layers. And you can also launch things through these machines, which is a bit weird. So these items get launched from here to there, and there's this big machine in the way, actually. I'm not sure if that would make sense. Yeah, they are like tunnels. Just, I guess, a bit fancier. And the same technique is used between islands. And then there are these space belts, where you can also have launchers on multiple levels. And they will just be slightly offset between left and right. And this is all going into a space train. And basically here they are distinguished by what layer they are on. So the red stuff is always on the second layer and the blue stuff is on the first layer. And at some point a train might arrive. Not sure how much you saw last time. This is a twister. And I'm not using the looping this time because it takes quite a bit of time for the trains to go through there. You mean the game or the train? I mean, I had to experiment a bit with the train stuff. And also learning what I can do and what I can't do. For instance, these tunnels, space train, no, not train, but space belt tunnels are limited, and then they always have to go up for a bit and then down again. They always can only skip 4 grid slots. And then, I don't know if I could, for instance, I don't think I can build a space belt here that connects there, because there's the tunnel part in the way. Even though it might technically fit. Yeah, the loops are just for fun. They are just graphical enhancements rather than technical enhancements. Guess I can't really follow a train. I'm not sure if I can click on a train and say follow. Don't think I can click it at all. Can only click the rails. Maybe I'm just too slow. This is a train stop. The train loading happens quite quickly, I think. And I also wondered whether I might be able to send something through here, through one of these loops, but maybe not. I guess I might use a train launcher through one of these loopings. Might just try that. I have to click there and then there. So this would theoretically work. So what I might now do is just do that here. So this is basically in the decorations tab. Now the other train has to go back and arrive here again. And when the train comes back on the lower end of the rail, it basically jumps below this. That's quite fancy. But now I still need to copy this, hopefully. And for some reason this doesn't copy the unloader for the fluids, so I always have to build this myself, which is a bit tedious. And this would be green color. Yeah, fancy like you. Let's just build maybe a small platform. That might be good enough. And now the green color is getting taken from the train. Now I need a space pipe. Then I will take this shape . And I guess the output has to be on the bottom side, because I want to get it into this place. Just not sure how I will manage this. I might already have to plan this out. So this does work for some reason. I want to look at how badly this looks. But I can't really properly see this, but there seems to be some kind of cover on the belt. But I think it still does go forward when at the target location there's some space. But also half of the belt doesn't even move at all because it's going this way only. Basically I filled this belt with 2 layers of stuff. There's this one layer, which is the bottom layer because it's getting launched from the bottom layer, and then there's the top layer right there, and this looks a bit like some of these running areas around stadiums or in stadiums. where everyone has distinct positions along the even along the curves. I guess some of them are rather in the middle and the others are rather on the right of their fourth of the belt. Now I need to get this coloring machine in here. And the main part is basically just this whole thing, minus the other parts that I need to delete. And I might even make this a little bit smaller. Maybe I can copy them separately. Maybe not, because they need to be at least somewhat in the same place. Okay, I didn't need this actually. This is where it gets out, the green, these shape parts. Now I just need to make the inputs go in there. And these parts are they're supposed to be coming from the top always. Maybe I don't need storage for the fluid right here. I will just send it through into this launcher. That's a good idea for money for everyone. I guess the way we limit resources is not the best. Is this some kind of YouTube video or something? I don't know. Or a post on a social media platform? Facebook, okay. There has been a time when I was on Facebook. Need to look up this John Sakars. Vegan music. I wonder what kind of vegan music that would be. I know a few supposedly vegan bands, I guess. But I don't really know much because I am not good at finding new music. Yeah, not using animal names as insults is a good idea. also recently saw some song about a cow with a music video, I guess. Maybe I can look it up later. Okay, and I also see that I don't really need the red parts anymore. I need to now combine them with the green. So these should not go yeah, like this. I'll just copy or open the link already and look at it later. I guess I will rotate the green stuff before I send it to the stackers. I always wonder if there's a way to easily and at least on the face value legally take money from the rich and give it to the not so rich. And I would love if there were more ways to easily help each other or build infrastructure in a way that makes poor people not suffer. Like building anti-homelessness infrastructure, like homes, for instance. And I guess it would also be cool to somehow not need to have a home and just be able to live outside, but yeah, everyone who wants a home should have one. But anyone who wants to sleep somewhere should also be allowed to do this, as long as they don't hurt anyone. Recently saw another one of these benches that had one of these metal things in the middle, supposedly that someone could push themselves off there, but also it was in a place where it would have make people not be able to lie there. Yeah, more public bathrooms would be good. And lockers, because, you know, people with cars just have their own public lockers, just privately. And anyone traveling to a city to go on a demonstration or something cannot really lock away their stuff. like suitcases or big traveling gear. But people with cars just have their lockers with them. Which is kind of unjust. I'm not sure where exactly I want to place all of these things. And now I think I want to save some space. By moving this over to the left.